Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's training session. This is officially welcome each and every one of you to our live session, to our training platform, VATFuel Tech. This is to officially um, welcome you all to this special kind of what training on what solar power system installation. So, why are we doing
Thomas,
this?
Thomas, can you unmute yourself because you're making noise, my brother?
Oh, okay. Is it okay right now?
Just mute yourself, please, Mr. Thomas. Mute yourself. I told you that before, please. Aha, thank you. So you all are welcome. This is the part of the training session where we walk you guys through all you need to know about energy audit, all you need to know about sizing, all you need to know about all your calculations, everything that makes you a professional in this field. Being a professional in this field doesn't that have to do, especially with what your connections, or like we keep saying, anyone can do the connections. And the truth be told, you all are already in the field as what, as electrical engineers, so it's very easy to run the connections. But then the bigger part of being a solar expert is if you are able to what, if you are able to what, to run an analysis on your system by what, doing a load analysis, knowing what you are powering up, knowing how long you are powering that specific amount of load up, then you are good to go. That is one step ahead. Then from there you don't talk about how you are then going to be sizing the various what, solar components. Yes, you must at all time make sure that what, you size your what, your solar component to suit your what, your energy need. What is the consequences of not sizing your um system? One of them is that you might be having an oversized solar system, which will incur what, more cost. Remember, solar power system is only expensive at the stage of installation. Every other thing that has to do with little maintenance here and there, you don't have any issues with that at all. But at the stage of installation, buy this, buy that, fix this, fix that, you are going to incur a whole lot of what, cost on that. But then after that, you are good to go. So you must do well to size your system in such a way that it is going to suit your client what, budget, so that you don't what, overestimate, you don't overbill, you don't your client does not feel that you are extorting him unnecessarily. So you must size. Then another um thing that energy audit does for you is that it helps you to make sure that you do not what, overload your what, your system. So if you have sized your solar power system, um to be sure that what you are powering up is the exact size of system you are using to power them up, it means that you will not be overloading that your water, your particular what, system. There are other things that what, energy audit would actually do for you. From my screen here, from my screen here, I'm going to be sharing the manual. I'm going to be sharing the manual with you guys. I believe you all can see my screen right now. This is the training manual I'm sharing right now. Most of you already have it. Please, we encourage you to read. We encourage you to read it. That is the only way we can help you. That's the only way you can help yourself, okay? We keep saying that you help us to help you. You have to be what, reading this document for you to be able to know what is really happening in here right now. So this is the training manual, solar energy training manual, and in it we have the session of what, energy audit in it. We have the session of energy audit in it. I believe you all can still see my screen. And that part of energy audit, by the way, every other thing you need to know about solar power system is in this particular what, training manual that is displaying on my screen right now. The what do you call it now, the hybrid inverter system has been taken as a topic and have been discussed in this manual. So if you don't have it, you are still joking with this course. So you need to get it, and I know by now most of you know how to get it. At the end of today's training session, we would also reflect more on how to get it. So you see that energy audit is the determination of the energy requirement for a building. It is a careful examination of electrical loads. This is crucial for standalone systems, which are commonly seen in Nigeria. So we use Nigeria as a case study. So just like the advantages I read out earlier, you can see from here that energy audit provides the data needed for the appropriate system design. That is to say, energy audit gives you all the information you need for you to be able to design an efficient, effective system. Energy audit helps you identify opportunities to reduce energy use. That is to say, what you do not want to power up, you might not be you might not be needing to include it in your system design. It helps reduce the capital cost. Like I said earlier, it is at the time of installation that this your solar power system becomes very expensive. So you might need to review your design, go through energy audit, so that you do not incur so much cost when you are installing this system. It will help the technicians to position the capacity of the inverter, the solar arrays, and solar panels. This is another thing it does for you. Remember, energy audit is in two parts. It helps you to take care of your energy need, and it also helps you to size your various solar components. So this number 4 advantage tells you that it helps you to position the capacity of your solar inverter, the arrays, and the solar panels. That is to say, when you are now sizing for the solar component, you get the right information. That is the real design stage. This is what makes you a professional. You can actually know how to do all the connections, because you are an electrical expert. Because you are an electrical expert, you are a professional in electricity. But then you will be called upon to install a solar power system. You can do a nice job, do the whole design, and everywhere is glittering and looking beautiful. But when the system starts running, it does not meet your client demand. Have you truly, as a professional, done a good job? No, we will not give you a pass mark on that. All right. So the 5th point is this: an energy audit helps ascertain the backup time of the solar storage. So when we talk about backup time, it means that you want to have electricity when the sun is not up, when your solar panels are not producing charges. We will talk about that backup time as we progress in this training. So there are a whole lot of things that energy audit does for you, as you can see from this training manual. For those of you who have it, congratulations, you should be through with this part of it, and so you should have some questions to ask. All right, so that is the introductory part of this course. Mind you, like we said earlier, this class is being recorded as we are live right now. Okay, you can write anything you want to write. You can get the materials and then do a follow-up on the course. But then we all know and are very sure that so many of you will be having network connectivity issues. It is true. That is why these videos will be made available to everyone, on the condition that you fulfill all righteousness. So those of you who have fulfilled all righteousness before now, you have nothing to worry about. You will definitely get to see the videos. There will be time for questions and answers on this very platform. There will be time for questions on this very platform, and when that time comes, you will be given the time to speak. So please, when that time comes, speak from a quiet background, 1, and 2, tell us your name and your location. Your location is due to the fact that this is an act of networking, so that we can actually do business with you from your location. All right, thank you. So going back to our course, like we have introduced it. Now let us see things to consider during solar energy audit. things to consider during solar energy audit. Now you have item 1, list of electrical appliances to be powered by the solar system, power rating of the electrical appliances in watts, daily running hours of the appliances, total energy consumption of the building. So these are basically the things that you will be seeing when we start a proper energy audit. Don't worry yourself, we are going to dive into it tonight. All right, we'll be diving into it tonight, and you will see how all these things are going to be playing out. Okay, so like I said earlier, you can write if you would want to write. It is allowed. You can write for now. This is the time you are allowed to write until further notice. Okay, all right. So having introduced the course, having said all that, we would now open up the platform to take the first phase of questions. Please remember the rules. You have to speak from a quiet background. That is the rule. Please speak from a quiet background, and then tell us your name and your location so that we can now take your questions. Okay, so who is going first? If you're having microphone issues, you can use the chat box, please, to drop in your messages, and we will take it up from there.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, good day, sir. Talk to us.
How are you, sir? I'm okay so far, so long. We just keep the vibe, and then I think for my side everything is okay. We flowing. So I'm Israel Kabuya. I'm located in South Africa, Cape Town currently.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, but I'm saying for now everything is okay on my side. I have no any question currently.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Any other person or persons who wants to speak, who wants to say anything, let's check the chat box. Is there a message there? Oh, great. No message there. All right. So, let's hit it. So, moving forward, we have introduced energy audit, and we said energy audit is divided into two. It's on one hand, it gives you your what, the information of your energy need, and on the other hand, it helps you to size your what, various and solar component. Now, what that simply means, thank you, Mr. Samuel. What that simply means is that energy audit gives you the information of what your energy need. What amount of energy are you consuming? What amount of energy do you need to power up your facility? And then it uses that information to what, to size your what, various solar component. Let's say your energy need is 4,000 watts. Your facility is consuming 4,000 watts. Definitely, you will be using 4,000 watts to size of your what, solar inverter, to size your what, solar battery, to size your what, solar charge controller, to size your what, solar component. These are the four basic components. Then there is another phase that you would also need to be sizing. Don't forget that during the introductory stage of our course, we told you that there are four basic components, but they are not just the only component needed for solar power system. What are those other components? They are used for what, safety. That is now when you'll be talking about your fuse, your surge, your breakers, your changeovers, either manual or automatic changeovers. What kind of fuse do you use on your solar power system? What kind of breakers do you use on your solar power system? There are different types of fuses, and there are different types of breakers, there are different types of surge. Which one is suitable? Which one is reliable? Which one is efficient? How do you really size it? All these come as a package in the what, in your solar energy, in the solar energy audit what, course. So from knowing your what, your energy need, you size your solar component, and then including safety component. So that is that. And we have also told you the advantages and things to consider when you are sizing your what, your various solar components. So now let us now go into the deal of the day. And what is this deal of the day? We are now going to be looking at a topic. We are focusing on what we call load analysis. We are focusing on what we call load analysis. Again, those who have paid the enrollment fees already have the videos on what load analysis. So if they have gone through it, this is an added advantage to them because we are going to break it down better for them to understand. So we are going to be talking about what load analysis. What is load analysis? Load analysis is a calculation or series of calculations which helps you to know your which helps you to know your energy audit. Load analysis helps you to know your energy need. Load analysis is that calculation which gives you the information of what you are powering up, how long you are powering it up, and when and how long your solar system would run. These are the things that your load analysis does for you. All right, so let's take a typical example of a load analysis. Let's say analogy rather. Let's say Mr. Samuel, who is one of us here for tonight's class. Mr. Samuel, he is here with us. He will tell us where he's from later on as we progress. Let's say Mr. Samuel is our client for tonight's course. Let's say Mr. Samuel has invited us to his facility, which is his house, to run a solar power system for him in his facility. On getting there or over the phone, if he calls us and it's impossible for us to go, but in all cases, please make sure you visit the site. So if Mr. Samuel has invited us to run a solar power system for him in his facility, on getting there, the first question we're to ask him as professionals is to know his energy need. So knowing his energy need would help us know what Mr. Samuel wants to power up, how long those things he wants to power up would run. What are you doing? Don't close that door. Don't close that door again. Leave it open. Don't close it. It's okay. Don't close it. So you're winning. Understand this ball. You're sensing. I don't even understand. All right. So asking Mr. Samuel his energy need, he would be able to provide us with some information. But having it that Mr. Samuel is a novice to solar power system, he might not be able to understand what we mean by energy need. Then we'll break it down for him a little bit by asking him to give us the various names of appliances he wishes to power up using the solar power system. He can now say, okay, he wants to power up his TV, his freezer, his fan, and then we will take it down and perform a little magic on it. Then we'll ask Mr. Samuel again what is his backup time. Now remember we said there are 2 professional questions to ask our client and a third one as a bonus. We have asked the first one, energy need. Now the second one, the backup time. The backup time has to do with how long our client wants a solar power system to run. That is the backup time. So now, how did we arrive at this backup time? Remember clearly when we introduced the battery system, we said that one of the reasons that made the battery system to be important in the solar power system is due to the act of backup. Why? Because we want to have power at all times. And remember, the source of the solar energy is through the sun. Your solar panels absorb the rays of the sun and then convert it to electricity for you to be able to use your facility. But then the sun does not stay up all day. That means your solar panels cannot produce charges for you all day. But then there are specific times you will want to use power in your facility. So when those times comes, that is how your battery system is included in the solar power system setup. So according to what the information that Mr. Samuel will provide us with, his backup time, he can tell us he wants his solar power system to run for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, or 12 hours, depending on his own um, specifications. We would work with it. But then, what you have to know as a solar professional is that the higher your backup time, the higher your cost of what installation. Have it in mind. It will save you a whole lot of stress. So then, what is that big question, which is a bonus question? Now, that big question you need to ask your client as a bonus question is asking him to know his what? His budget. So, we will now ask our client, Mr. Samuel, we'll be asking our client, Mr. Samuel, his what? Budget. So, if we ask Mr. Samuel his budget, he will now be able to tell us truthfully and openly, look at how much he has for that project. Knowing your client budget saves you a whole lot of what stress going through um, rigorous calculations and designs. But then, before you will say you will step down from doing those rigorous designs and calculations, you must have mastered the act of what? Energy audit. Your calculations must be what? Perfect and right at all times. Somebody can call me very early tomorrow morning or late this night and ask me what does it need to power up a facility of say some appliances. I can give it to him and that will be right. Because why? Because I already have experience, I already have idea of how those things work and how to set them up. But then somebody who is just new might not have the knowledge that I have. So that is why I said you must be sure that you have gone through this course before you can then what be dependent on your what on your uh budget. So if we ask Mr. Samuel his budget and his budget is not enough to uh, to carry that project, definitely we would only be advising Mr. Samuel on the next line of action to take. So three things we need to uh, take care of. One, three things we need to ask our client. One, their energy need. Two, their backup time. And three, the budget. All right. Let's take a few questions again, please. From all we have taught and explained, let's take a few questions again before we will now proceed. All right, who is going first? Like we said earlier, the class is being recorded. The class is being recorded. So if you are having issues going up and down, you have no problem. All you need to do is what? Enroll fully for the course, and everything that is being taught would be okay. Mr. Richard is in Zimbabwe and he's telling us that he is okay. Mr. Thomas, I hope you are getting the point too. I hope it's okay for you too. Mr. Israel, I hope it's okay. Mr. Haruna, I hope it's okay. Oh, Mr. Peter, you are an old student, so this should be very easy for you. Mr. Samuel, I
Right.
hope it's okay. Okay, Mr. Israel, do you have something to tell us?
Okay, so I want to find out from when it came to a client, do we propose him the appliance or does he come up with his equipment like personal, like I want this particular because they are in, I mean, this thing are indifferent. You can get some coming from, I mean, the supplier. Say, like we are talking about Schneider breakers, same as the equipment also, they're different,
Please, sir, you would
different
have
make.
to.
So
Please,
do
sir,
we
you would have to
propose?
raise your voice for me to hear you. I can't hear all you are saying, sir. Bring up your voice a little
I'm
bit.
saying,
Yes.
All right. Do we propose to our client the equipment or the appliance, or they have to come up with their brand, like say, I want this particular, or do we propose what we have to a customer?
Okay, so I think your question is in two forms. You are saying, are you to propose to your clients the appliances to power up to use for his facility? If you're talking about the appliances like the radio, the computer, the freezer, the whatever, that is not your own concern. You are to power up whatsoever your client wants to power up, provided he can afford to do that. So you just do a design for him. But then, if you are asking to know if you are to propose and or recommend materials or specific components to be used for that system installation, yes, that is your
Mm,
duty as a professional. You are to recommend, and then either you get funded to get them yourself, or you can even allow your client get it. But then, before you can go ahead to work on it, if it's your client that helps you to does the purchase by himself, please make sure to examine it to know the integrity of what he has bought. If it is not what you can work with as a professional, openly what tell him this is not what you can be able to work with, and explain to him why it is not. When it comes to the breakers, I heard you saying breakers, SPDs. Yes, when it comes to the breakers, the SPDs, the changeovers and whatever, you should do what to recommend or propose to your client. Then he can what go and buy your specifications, what you think would work for him. I hope we are clear on that, sir.
yeah, we are clear on that one.
All
My
right.
second question is well, it's on the budget. Let's say I want to my budget is it's low, and
Mm-hmm.
then because obvious I have to ask like I
Mm,
propose that this is my budget, this is
mm,
what I want. Um, I want to power up my fridge, my TVs, kind of things, and my budget is not enough. I mean to cover up everything.
mm,
On my side, this is my client. On my side, as I know the customer and the client wanted something,
mm.
can I propose him, or can I recommend him to a low things like, okay, sometimes you don't need six panel, maybe you need four, kind of things. Or is it necessary to stop on that because like my budget is too low? I can't afford it. I can only afford it this low.
So
Do I have to go
I
ahead?
don't know why your voice is too low. Finding it difficult to hear you. If
Okay, I think I'm gonna get a something to like
okay,
to
please do that, or you type, or you send in your message as a text, please. Your question as a text,
okay.
because I can't.
Okay, let me try to put close the microphone. I was saying on the
Mm,
budget, when it came to budget, a
mm-hmm,
client may come and say, okay, this is my budget. That's what I have. And then that budget is too low for what he wanted.
mm-hmm,
Do I have to recommend him to say, go for a lower equipment, or go for something that is on your budget? Because for obvious, maybe you want to power it with TV or a fridge or a microwave kind of thing in his house, what he wanted. Understand? But his budget is too low.
mm.
Can I recommend him to a lower appliance, to a lower material of what he wanted? Or must
Yes.
I just stick on what he wanted until he get all the budget?
Okay. Yes. So if that is your question, remember I said you must be perfect with your skills of what energy audit before you can now use your what use your budget to advise. You cannot use the client's budget to advise him or her. Now your question is right. If the budget cannot be able to execute that project at that moment in time, all you need to do is to advise and recommend what can work for him at the moment, and then let him know what that specific size of system you are giving to him can power up at the moment, and and also show him the the mode of operation. It is very necessary. Show him the mode of operation so that he doesn't overload the system. He must understand that what he's getting is a lower sized system which does not require much loads at a particular time. So if you can understand that and run the system the way you have designed it to run, he won't have any issues. So you are correct, sir.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. Answered.
All right. Okay. So I think we can take one more question. Any other person who has a question? All right. Okay. So right now, I think we can proceed. Let us now take a typical example of. Let us take a typical example of what load analysis. Let's see what load analysis is telling us about. On my screen, okay, no, I have not put it up on my screen, so hold on, I'm gonna share the file again. I'm gonna be sharing my screen again. All right, so on my screen, which I believe you all can see by now, on my screen, which I believe you all can see by now, is a typical example of what a load of a load analysis what table. So this is a typical example of a load analysis table, and it is through this table or with this table that we are now going to base our what system design upon to know the energy need of a facility. Remember we said Mr. Samuel is our client for tonight's course. So let's say Mr. Samuel has now invited us officially to run a solar power system in his facility, and on getting there, he has given us these 5 appliances to work with: DVD player, light bulb, ceiling fan, refrigerator, blender. These are the appliances we need to work on to power up using the solar power system. Now, how do we do that? Working on these appliances or running a load and analysis on these appliances depends on what three standard what parameters. Depends on three standard parameters. One, quantity of appliance. Two, power consumed by the appliance. Three, running time of the appliance. Now, quantity of the appliance has to do with how many of the same appliance does Mr. Samuel intend to power up using the what solar power system. Power consumed by the appliance has to do with the rated wattages of each and every what appliance that Mr. Samuel intends to power up using the solar power system. Then there will be a question. There's always a question which follows that explanation. How do we know the power consumed by that what by that appliance? In as much as we have said it is the wattage, rated wattage of that appliance. How then do you know the rated wattage of the appliance? It is gotten from the nameplate. What is the nameplate? The nameplate is that position or that portion on the body of the appliance or the packaging, which is the carton in this case, where it is stated out clearly all the things, parameters that has to do with that your what, with that your appliance. So on the nameplate you have the serial number, the maker, the country of make, the kind of product, the current, the voltage, and the wattage. It has a whole lot of information on it, and every appliance has its own specific kind of what nameplate. So depending on what you're working on, you just go to the nameplate, pick up the wattage, and then you are good to go. The third one is the running time of the appliance. The running time of the appliance has to do with how long does our client, Mr. Samuel, intend to run his what solar power. Sorry, not the solar power system in this case, please. Intends to run his what appliances. Yes. So how long does our client, Mr. Samuel, intend to run down those appliances? So this simply means that the running time only applies to the time that these appliances will be powered on. Is it 1 hour? Is it 2 hours? Is it 3 hours? Is it 4 hours? Is it 5 hours? Is it 12 hours? Depending on what the client wants. But you, as a professional, what you have to look at is that the higher the running time, the higher the cost of what? Installation. That is what you have to know as a professional. So then, how do we run a load analysis on these five um, appliances using the stated out parameters? It is very simple. Okay, it is very what simple. Firstly, let's take the information of these five appliances, starting with the DVD player. You can write, please. For the DVD player, the quantity is 3, the power consumed is 100 watts, as you can see on my screen, and the running time is 1 hour. For the light bulb, the quantity is 1, power consumed 100 watts, running time 2 hours. For the ceiling fan, the quantity is 10, power consumed 10 watts, running time 24 hours. For the refrigerator, the quantity is 3, power consumed 10 watts, running time 4 hours. For the blender, the quantity is 1, power consumed 80 watts, running time 1 hour. So then, that is information on from Mr. Samuel's facility. What do? We use a very simple formula in this case. What is this formula? The formula says that what energy uh, energy consumed energy consumed is given as or equal to quantity of appliance multiplied by the power consumed multiplied by the running time. I will take it again. Quantity of appliance multiplied by the power consumed multiplied by the running time. That gives you your what? Your energy consumed. Then what is the procedure or technique that we're going to employ in running this calculation? It is also very what? Simple. What we do is that we are going to use that formula I gave out to get the energy consumed by each of these five appliances and sum it up. That is to say, get the energy consumed by the DVD player, get the energy consumed by the light bulb, get the energy consumed by the ceiling fan, get the energy consumed by the refrigerator, get the energy consumed by the blender, sum it up. That is to say, add everything up and you are good to go. That becomes the total energy consumed, and that becomes the energy consumption of that facility. So having said all that, let us what? Proceed. Please don't forget, there will be time for questions to take your questions. So write it down somewhere so you don't forget. So starting with the DVD player, 3 multiplied by 100 by 1 gives you what? 300 watt hour. 1 multiplied by 100 by 2 gives you 200 watt hour. Ceiling fan, 10 multiplied by 10 by 24 gives you 2400 watt hour. For the refrigerator, 3 multiplied by 10 by 4 gives you 120 watt hour. Please punch these things in your calculator. We asked you guys, come here with your writing materials, with your study materials. So if you are here, please don't hesitate to make use of them. For the blender, 1 multiplied by 80 by what? 80 watt by 1 gives you what? 80 watt hour. Now for those of you who are writing, what is the total energy consumed? Is anyone writing? Mr. Peter, you're not supposed to answer. You're an old student. Is there anyone writing? Kindly give us the answer. Our client, Mr. Samuel, are you writing? Kindly give us the answer.
It's 4,110.
Please come again. Mr. Thomas, can you take the answer again, please?
It's 4,110.
4,110? No.
Yes.
That is very wrong, Mr. Samuel. No. Please don't be confused. Look at the parameters you have. Look at the parameters you have, and then Okay, Mr. Thomas, all we have to say to you is that you are mixing it up. Okay, it's not 4,000. It's not 4,000. So 5,000. Okay, Mr. Samuel, our client has helped us. Uh, oh, our client even had a question here. Didn't get it how to calculate it. Okay, so our client has answered it rightly. The right answer there is what? 3,100, as you can see on my screen right now. It is 3,100 watt hour. That is the right answer. Mr. Thomas, you are mixing it up. Okay, you are mixing it up. So this is the right answer, 3,100 watt hour. That is the right answer. Okay, so now this is the um energy need of Mr. Samuel's what facility, as he has provided us with these 5 watt appliances for us to work with. So with this 3,100 watt hour, we can now go ahead as professionals to then what design the various sizes of what solar component, putting into consideration standard what parameters. Again, standard parameters will still play what will still play a great role in this. At every point in time, when sizing the inverter system, we have standard parameters. When sizing the battery, we have standard parameters. When sizing the panel, the same thing. Charge controller, the same thing applies to it. All right, questions please. Okay, so before anyone asks a question, our client already has one question here, and our client is asking to know 16 minutes, and our client is asking to know, okay, he said his network is bad. He didn't get it how to calculate. If example, client wants backup for 5 hours, equipment of about 5 kV. All right, so that is very simple, sir. So if your client wants a backup time of 5 hours for a 5 kilowatt watt, a 5 kilowatt facility, it is very simple. We would dive into it when this calculation is on the aspect of the system design, when you are designing for now the systems for the various what solar component, and that is what we would dive into shortly. All right, so it has already been done in the manual that most of you have. So if you have uh, paid your enrollment fee, you should have it already, even though we are going to go into it in a little time. Even though we are going to go into it in a little time. So so we are so we are now going to what take questions. All right, questions please. Questions before we go ahead. All right, so with the silence, we believe that you all are good and we are good to go. So it is at this point.
No, 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 no. We have to, I have to ask a question, otherwise we will get it wrong. Sir, in this case now, we have calculated the hours on and the equipment that Mr. Samuel is going to use.
Yes.
So as let's say as African as people, we always come up with something that is out of what we plan. So, for example, like I didn't include my phone charger here. Say I have to charge also my phones. I mean, it's become like a six other out of what we have calculated. I have to charge my neighbor's phone, or maybe I have to iron my clothes, but it's out of this
Yes.
timing that is here. Is it going to affect my timing, or do I have to request for another things? Because we need to be specific and know that this one is going to last for 5 hours, but it's only specific for this thing and this thing and this thing. And maybe I have to include my iron there, and then it's changing already the timing. and the
Uh,
capacity of what I wanted to use.
all right. So what happens is this: just like you have rightly asked, whatsoever you add that is outside of this your energy um, load analysis table, whatsoever you add after this system has been implemented, would what affect this system. The lifespan of the system, the length of time it spends, it will affect it. Meaning that if it was to run for 5 hours, it might be running for 4 hours or 3 hours, or at times 1 hour and it shuts down. But then, as a professional, what do you do? There are things you do to take care of that event. There is what we call what tolerance when it comes to what sizing your what solar power system. It means that you would have to create room for what has not been included during your load analysis what stage. We Africans are very funny people, and clients are very funny and cunning people. So once they know they have steady light in their facility, they can be getting things and be adding up. But then you, as a professional, you should make room for what tolerance. That tolerance will keep you out of trouble. So tolerance is a parameter which we'll be using when we size the solar component. So you are right, we would have to make room for unforeseen what circumstances at all time.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, so as
Answered.
so as we progress in the training, we would give you the information on how you can apply that tolerance to work effectively for you in your system design.
Thank you.
All right, so from there, we are now going to be sizing the solar component, like I said earlier: inverter, battery, charge controller, um, the breakers, safety, and the rest of them. But then we are informing you that this is where we'll be putting a full stop to the training. Putting a full stop to the training does not mean that the training is over. No, it's not over yet. But then this is the point where you all would have to pay your what? Would have to pay your enrollment fees to continue and complete the class. It is at this point that only those who have paid their enrollment fee, or who pays the enrollment fee, would be what? Given the opportunity of attending these live classes. So you all already know the class run for a few days, and then you are expected to pay your enrollment fees to continue the class. This enrollment fees is a one-time payment, like we keep saying. Once you pay, it guarantees you getting the training certificate. Once you pay, it guarantees you getting all the training materials, which are the videos and the PDF manual as well. It also guarantees you getting attending these live classes. It also guarantees you mentorship in the field of solar power system. If you face any challenges, you call out to us. We will be there to see that you have achieved your project. All right. So that is it. For Zimbabweans, you have to pay 10 USD. For Kenyans, 2,000 Kenyan shillings. For our Nigerian brothers, they are paying 5,000 naira. For our Ghanaian brothers, 250 Ghana cedis. South African brothers, you are paying 300 South African rands. So if you are here, you have not heard the amount to pay and the process of payment, kindly let us know. You have to ask a lot of questions now when it comes to payment. Let's hear from you, please.
This is about payment now.
Sir, what did you say?
I'm saying this question is about payment.
All right, talk to me.
Are we doing transfer or EFT or what? Because obvious you are in another country, in another country.
Where are you paying from, sir?
I'm from South Africa.
South Africa. So you are paying with through our online payment platform. You are paying through our online payment platform seller. So it's very easy, very very accessible. You will send you the link. You just click the link, and then fill in your details and pay with your local transfer there. Either you pay through Mukuru or you pay through MTN Momo, whatever you use in making payments in whatever you use in making payments in your country is what you will use to pay through our online payment platform, sir. So please, what you can do is send me a message, direct message on WhatsApp, so that I can give you that the link. In as much as it's going to be dropped on the WhatsApp platform, so you don't have to scroll to get it. I will have send it to you personally once you send me a message.
Okay, noted. I'll do that.
Yes, and I will also guide you on the process. Very, very easy, okay? So you don't have anything. But if you can make a direct transfer to Nigeria, no issues. But to make it easier for you, you pay through the online platform, which is easily accessible. I think South Africans have MTN Momo as well.
Yeah, we do have it. Sometimes it's just if
Okay.
it's better to use maybe Mukuru or other
Okay, no
way
problem.
of.
No problem. You can pay with the online payment platform, sir. Just pay with the online payment platform. No issues at all. I'll send you. Just text me. I'll send you the link, please.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that as soon as
All
I'm
right.
ready.
All right, thank you. So our client, Mr. Samuel, is asking us the final question for tonight and saying, can he learn and pay after we are through? No, sir, you cannot learn and pay after we are through, sir. You have to pay before you complete the training session. That is the policy of the institute. All right. So in the absence of no other question, this is where we'll call it a day. The training continues tomorrow, same time, for those whose payments have been received and confirmed. We are happy to have you with us. We'll be happy to go through this process together with you all. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for being with us. Send in your payment of proof of payment for confirmation, and then get all your materials for you to be able to be a professional in this field. I remain myself, Chukuma Madukwe, the training coordinator. I am saying good night, everyone. Have a wonderful night rest. Okay, Mr. Samuel, Mr. Israel, rather, you raised a hand. Mr. Israel, are you raising a hand, or do we go?
No. Just say thank you for.
All right, all right. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So, see you all in the next training session. Bye bye. Fine. This guy don't come. I don't know the person. This guy don't come. I'm not this one. I'm sending it to a